and I was watching the Water Boy in boxing. But man, I had to talk about this shit, man. And I shared this video with a few people. Kobe covering the fight in New York City tonight with Xander Zayas. He should get some nice interviews because some people there, Berlanga, New Ways, extra. But I seen this clip, and I'm gonna do a video. Don't worry about it. I clip it up. I'm gonna do a video about it. But this information got to be out here, man. And I think obviously this on the regular YouTube, so I'm gonna keep it clean. But I may even do another regular video with the clip for YouTube, and then put one on the Patreon free game 89 side of things, as far as a more adult version. But check out the Patreon free for 7 days. I gotta do a better job of promoting it. So Ray J go on Club Shay Shay, right? And this part of Club Shay Shay is basically him saying women are the new men, right? And buying into feminism. You gotta understand, this dude going through a divorce now. He didn't try to divorce this woman Princess like 10 times already, right? I'm probably being literal. I'm joking, but I might be literal about the times about him divorcing this chick. Now he talked about, and we did a live and a video of him talking about he took Princess from Floyd, right? So go back and check that video out. Just put Goodfella TV Ray J in. I did a live and a regular video. Live also included, shout out to Daniel, me speaking on LaShawn McCoy, former NFL running back, hating on Dikembe, Dirty Mac and Dikembe Mutombo. So I left that up on YouTube. It was clean. So, but nonetheless, so he basically said that women are the new men, and that um, that basically if you cheat, it's okay for her to cheat, and if you're gonna be out here cheating, you gotta accept that a woman is cheating. So you should be faithful so a woman not to cheat. And women are like, he said, like women are like the new leaders, or women are the new men. And they see, oh man, you see why this dude is getting divorced. You see why this ninja is lame when it came to that whole Fabulous situation, whatever. You see why him and Floyd kind of fell out, because they two goofy ass ninjas, right? Women are not smarter when it comes to cheating. Let me say that again. Women are not smarter when it comes to cheating. Let me say that again. Women are not smarter when it comes to cheating. When you in a relationship, and this is another reason why you make women put skin in the game. You make them pay bills, and you make them go to the workplace, right? And I'm gonna speak on that on the Patreon if I can remember. Because people say, well, you don't want your woman to go to the workplace because she can cheat. I spoke on this on the Patreon. I don't know if the video came up yet, because I do a lot of videos and I just release them as they go. I do a lot at once. And a bored woman is a woman that's going to cheat. I just did another version of that. I haven't released it yet. A bored woman is a woman that's going to cheat anyway. So if your woman's sitting at home all day, right? Most of y'all women say, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. They don't. They sit at home all day. You don't have to cook from scratch. You don't have to wash the clothes with your hands. You don't have to wash them on the washboard. Niggas got dishwashers and all that. So her sitting at home all day, she ain't really doing nothing productive sitting at home all day. It ain't much to do. Even if the kids ain't old enough to go to school, come on, man, they put naps. It ain't really a full-time job, right? The minute she put them kids to nap, or she dropped them kids at her mama house, and you working and you paying all the bills with everything being high, they gonna fuck around on you regardless. Let me say that. So when a woman is bored and she got all this pent up energy, and you grinding and you making money, you really ain't really paying attention to her. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But nonetheless, she bored. So, if you ain't, you got to get off work. You got to entertain her, raise your kids, pay bills, find time to relax. She gonna cheat when she bored. So it don't matter whether, at least when she go to work, at least making her exert energy. At least you stimulating her. Like, I remember when I first got Miles and shit, and he was chewing shit up. And the guy told me a bored dog tears shit up. So you got to find toys and bones that he like. And when I found toys and bones then he like, and I started stimulating him, walking him, playing with him, whatever, tug of war, he stopped tearing shit up. He didn't even start, he really never been in a shoe chewer. But we always put our shoes up. But at the end of the day, it's the same way with women, to the point where if you don't keep them entertained and you don't keep them busy, they're going to go out there and get entertained. They're going to go out there and do it regardless. So that's what I'm saying. You got a better chance of letting your woman go out there and work and put skin in the game, pay bills, have shit in the name, so she can't just walk away. If everything in your name, women wait to the perfect time to strike. You know what I'm saying? So everything, make sure y'all like this video. Everything in your name, shout out to Holla Pete, you know, and then you lose your job or you go through a health situation where your finances, you know, is about to slide. Then that's when she holds some shit against you. You don't even know. Well, you don't spend enough time with me, and that's when she go slide to another dude. You know what I'm saying? So they wait for times when you to slip and you to dip, or you to have, you know, rough patches, and we all do. And then that's when they split, when it's when it's most inconvenient for you. That's when they do that stuff. So when you see these dudes sit here, somebody pay 100 everything, and my girl don't go to work, that your girl got a better chance of cheating if she at home bored and not working. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, with the internet and her going through Tinder. And I'm gonna tell you this: when you get on them dating apps, you can bank your dollar. If I ain't never said nothing realer than this, I'm gonna tell you this: you can bank your bottom dollar. You can put the house on this. You can put your life savings on this. You can put your check on this. Check this out. Depending on where you live at, check out the user rate at night, right around 11, 12, wherever you at, Pacific, Central, Mountain Time, you know, check the user rate of women at night. That's how you know women, women are cheating. So it doesn't matter. Your woman got access. She can have, secret social media accounts. She can have secret burner accounts. They got these motherfucking dating apps where a lot of these girls, they put fake pictures up there. And then, when she feel comfortable, then she'll DM you, or then she'll message you her real pictures and all that type shit. So if you notice the user rate of women on dating apps, especially even on probably Facebook and all that, Instagram, it go up late at night because they boyfriend probably sleep, he at work, and they be cheating. Make sure I thumb this video, thumbs and heart it up, whatever they let you do. They be cheating at night. So at the end of the day, you gotta kind of like pay attention to stuff like that. It was a couple videos that surfaced on the internet where ninjas was catching their girls on dating apps. And they be up late at night while you up sleep after a hard day at work on the app. So it don't matter. She got access to men at work. She got access to men on the internet. So why pay all the bills? And then when she split or y'all divorced and she get on, now she don't got no income coming in. Now you got to pay for everything, and alimony and child support go up there. Yes, make these women work, but nonetheless, I just wanted to say that version of the part. But then when he talk about, will women, if you cheating and you have a six-some, and if she have a six-some, you have a seven-some, that's okay, because that's bound. Look here, dude. If a woman cheat on you, get up out of here. Listen to me. She don't respect you. If a woman call you the B word or something like that, she don't respect you. If a woman cheat on you, she don't respect you. And I hate to say this, it has to be a level of respect. But respect don't go as far by itself than fear. It has to be fear and respect when it comes to women in a relationship. If they don't respect and they don't fear you, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't gonna tell y'all this. It has to be a combination of respect and fear. People gonna disrespect or play with your respect when they know you. When they know you, because they figure like, okay, man, if I rob Jay, and hit a lick on this crib, he probably ain't gonna press charges to kill me because we done been through some tough times together. He ain't gonna violate me, like, cause I know him. But if you go rob Tim up the street and Tim don't know you, Tim ain't gonna hesitate putting that fire on you. And I'm gonna speak on the Bun B situation for real. I'm gonna speak on the Bun B. Shout out to Illuminati, in the chat. I'm gonna speak on the Bun B situation. Don't worry about it. That's coming too. No Diddy. Pause and Cameron voice. But at the end of the day, it has to be a level of respect and fear. Like, if I leave him, I'm not gonna find a good man. Or if I leave him, even on this, he crazy girl, Or if I've been with women that have boyfriends. Well, he catch us, he gonna go crazy. Well, look here, he catch you. Like, if you catch your chick cheating for real, that's on. Like, dog, don't check old buddy, check her. Now, only way you check old buddy if it's somebody you know. Like you knowingly know. Now if it's a nigga you work with and he cheating with your girl, you ain't know they knew each other. I mean, charge it to the game. But if it's your homeboy, your cousin, your brother, sometimes it's your sister these days. We living in these days and time. But never tolerate a woman cheating. They trying to seem equal and like cheating is the same for a woman. Now they trying to say, well, guys be ran through too, or guys with high body count is low value. They can't change that. They they put emphasis on guys having experience, and they put experience on procreating guys who already got kids. That's how dudes end up with 5 or 6 or 10 kids. You got to understand, I think like 60% of women. I forget what the stat is. Like 60% of women who have more than 2 kids are black, and a lot of those, shout out to Chuck and Jalen, salute. A lot of those women that are you know, that in the black community, and probably the modern community at this point, that are having kids, 6 through 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, a lot of them are having babies with the 20% of men. And a lot of people think, because it's the 80-20 rule, you know, I spoke on that before too. Shout out to Falcon 784. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video, heart it, whatever they make y'all do. But now people really starting to believe that number is starting to creep, with 80% of women are now starting to only procreate with 15 or 10% of guys. So you got to understand that number is dwindling by the day. So when a woman see, and I'm breaking all this down, when a woman see a guy and he with another woman, or he got a wedding ring on. Have y'all seen that movie with Adam Sandler? What was it called? The Wedding, whatever, the Wedding Singer, or Wedding Ring, or whatever it was. And then he had the one with he had another one too where he was I forget the other one. It's a newer version, but nonetheless, when they got a wedding ring on, or they see you with women, or they see you with a girl, especially an attractive girl, or just slightly above average, even could be an ugly chick, they want to see why she with you, or you got kids. Women, it's really primal like that. It's like going into the Sahara with the lions and stuff. They all attracted to the most strongest alpha, or the one. That's what they all want. So it's the same thing with women. So when they see men with a bunch of women, and they go through a bunch of women, or they see dudes with kids, they want to be a part of that legacy. What that one chick say? Be Simone. So, I'll be the sixth baby mama as long as I'm number one in your priority list. That's how they operate. See, they can't sit here and change the talking points without changing the mindset, and they not gonna change the mindset. They can't change that. That's just who they are from the mental standpoint of view. So when they see a guy, he could be 5'6" and he got 10 kids. One of these idiot women to go ahead and be the 12th baby mama, get him the 12th kid. One of these women to do it because he is in their mind genetically, he is meant to be the alpha guy to procreate with. We as men don't say, um we don't say, oh man, he got all these bitches, man. He having sex with 10, women, or he got 10 baby mamas. That nigga cool. No, stay the fuck away from around me. Cause we go out to eat, you ain't got no money. We go do some shit, take a trip to Brazil or whatever, or to Colombia, you ain't got no bread. Keep that from around me. Women want to be around guys like that. Women choose to procreate with guys that already got kids. Women are the ones on the internet saying that guys who flexing, people who flex that don't have kids is weird and that shit is lame. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we serious? So, they put that on there. They can't change that. They want a guy with experience. They want a guy with repetition. Guys are the totally opposite. Guys want a virgin. Guys want a woman that haven't been ran through, that has minimum body count. I can teach her how to do this, that, and the third, but let's be real about the situation and put it on the floor. Most women just lay there in bed. Most women just lay there in bed. Let's put it on the floor. Most women just lay there in bed, and let's put it on the floor. Most women, they not gonna say this, and they never going to say what they really want. You got to watch what they do, or just you got to know the game. Most women okay with sharing a dude because they do it all the time. I told you I was talking to this chick, and and her baby daddy started messing with a chick that I guess he was cheating on her with, and why they fell out, right? So apparently something happened to the car. The dude lived up the street, right? And she couldn't get nobody to jump her car or whatever. So I was doing something, I couldn't do it. I was busy, but ended up linking with her later, and she's like, yeah, this dude couldn't help me jump my car, but wanted to ask me for some ass and shit. So I'm all like, all right. So I figured, like, you already know, like, I'm gonna take her serious at all, but you already know they still messing with their baby daddy. That's just what it is. That's why you don't take them serious. And I'm just thinking in my head, and I said this before, if you and old girl is having sex with this dude, right? Why not move into the same house? Y'all sharing them anyway. You know, he messing with her, and he messing with you. So you broke up with him for because of her, but you still having sex with him. It to me is mind blowing how they think. Why don't you just share him with her? Y'all can just move in and cut the bills. She did have a son, but I'm like, come on, man. They normalizing shit like this. And she like, well, he called he got that girl, my son calling that girl auntie. These women are ridiculous, bro. They are ridiculous, but nonetheless, they okay with sharing dudes. Don't listen to what they say. Ebony K said, what did Ebony K say? I'm about to finish cooking Ray J. Ebony K said she, didn't want to be a mom, didn't want to be a wife, and all this type of stuff, and blah, and now she want to have a baby and be a mother. Like, that's the last broad who need to be a mother. That's the last broad who need to be a mother. And you know how many times you think Ebony K then sent let me try to say this a clean way. Then probably got rid of a child because it was a male. Come on, man. Because it was a boy. Y'all really think these women on the internet be lying when they be talking about delete black babies and black male babies and stuff? Y'all be thinking they be lying. They go to the clinic, it's a male. Oh, get rid of it. I don't want it. Come on. I guarantee you the majority of babies that's given up for adoption, and I didn't know this. I was listening to Minister Jap channel. He used to be a firefighter, right? And he was saying that in Chicago, that women can just leave a baby at the fire station, ring the doorbell, and leave. And then they'd take the baby into child services and adoption. And I ain't never heard nobody say this, but I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet a pretty penny on this statement I'm about to say. Y'all can let me know if y'all know the stats. I'm willing to bet that the vast majority of babies that's given up for an adoption, especially in the black community, are males, are boys, are boy babies. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that the majority of babies that's given up for adoptions are boys, and I don't even think it's close. I'm just making a rash prediction, but I'm pretty sure, I'm safe to say that's just what it is. So a lot of these women raising these boys, well, they really can turn into males who don't have a chance, and they hate the males. They hate their fathers, and it's real type of stuff. And then they turn around and say, why these brothers turn around and go get white women? Well, blame the mothers. Any mother that alienate, and this go for all cultures and all ethnic backgrounds, any of these women who alienate a boy from their father, especially when the father ain't a bad guy or nowhere remote in, it's terrible. But nonetheless, right? So he basically telling y'all, Ray J, is telling y'all, don't cheat if you don't want to get cheated on. Man, bruh, let me say this, bro. If women are the new men, right, and men, and they put this stigma on men that men cheat regardless, no matter how good you are as a woman, a man is going to cheat, right? Which most productive men don't really have a lot of time to cheat, because if you productive in this economy and you live in a solid lifestyle, man, it's pretty tough to especially if you a well-rounded black man. If you got kids, you work out, you got a job, you got a side hustle, um, You got investments, then you got other family priority, taking care of your parents when your parents need something. You know what I'm saying? And then you might have enough time to hang out with your homeboys once, twice a month, if you lucky. Maybe every Sunday in football season, right? So they basically saying that, oh, if you don't want to get cheated on, don't cheat on her. That's the worst advice ever. A woman gonna cheat regardless. A person is gonna cheat regardless. So just because that's the worst feeling in the world to get cheated on, and you was faithful. That's one of the worst feelings in the world. It don't even matter. The way women will never feel sorry for when they do something wrong. They will always it would always be justified by her mother, by her sisters, by her friends. They don't hold them accountable. So sitting there trying to ask her why, and I remember I was you know I was I had to ask somebody like, why would you do that, right? And I had to ask her during sex, like, why would you? And she had to say, yeah, how women do it. You hit it, and they be like, what are we? I had to ask her, like, why you do that? And she was like, yeah, And if you really want to know something, hit a girl right, and then ask her. Don't ask her to be with you. Just ask her for real. Like, why would you do this, that, and the third? Why would you make this decision? Why would you do that? And they give you an honest answer because the emotions is high. But in the dopamine is released. But nonetheless, and I'm gonna do a Bad Boys review. So I want to go see that, but hopefully I get that up by tomorrow or Monday. There's a lot of videos that got to go out, boy. A lot of stuff been going on from Bun B to, a bunch of shit. Ryan Garcia going to jail, but so he basically saying, oh man, if you don't want to cheat, or if she cheat, you have a seven some. And it wasn't about messing with seven people. It was about the analogy. You have a seven some, she have a six some. Y'all equal. Y'all even. Or she have a five some, you had an eight some. Y'all eat. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. If you as a man, if you can up your game all you want to, a woman gonna do what she gonna do. You can be a billionaire and a woman gonna do what she gonna do, Jose. You can have all the motion in the world, and most of the time when people cheat, they cheat down. So it really don't matter about upping your game. It really don't. With all these options that women have today and men have today, it's really you just enjoying somebody, or you just don't want to know. I don't want to know if marijuana is it. If you don't want to know, be cool, but it's the price that come with that. And the price of looking stupid is the cheapest price. Because when a woman cheat with another dude, or now you got to deal with another woman, she telling all your business to them. They know your whole business. But then again, that's on many different levels. When her girlfriends come over, they know your whole business. This is why I be telling y'all, man, don't say what you don't say what you don't have to say. No matter how comfortable she make you feel, don't say it. Don't say I keep 5 bands in my safe upstairs. Only way she should know you keep 5 bands in your safe upstairs if you get into a jam and you trust her and you need to get bailed out. And before you do that, you call your brother, you call your mother, whoever you trust. That's who you call, but if you trust her like that, then cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I was saying, you know, they trying to make it seem when women cheat and men cheat, when women sleep around and men sleep around. That's what I was alluding to when I was talking about how women trying to shame guys on the internet for having high body counts. But that's what they put emphasis on. Women are not meant to sleep around. Biologically, they're not meant to sleep around. That's just what it is. They're not meant to sleep around. Biology, they carry more STIs and STDs. That's just what it is. And the problem why they do that, other than how they biologically built with having an open womb, is because when they have sex with a guy, there's a level when they cheat with the mindset of being with the guy. They can see a future with him, right? Listen to where I'm going. They see a future with him. They like, you know what? Most of the women in our community and the modern women in America, that's white or black, they put emphasis on attraction over resources and status, and obviously one money come with resources. If you're attractive, you can get her in bed, right? If you attractive and you good in bed, you can have her for a lifetime. No matter where she go and marry, if you hitting both of those, 9.5 times out of 10, the guy that she married is not the guy she want to be with. It's the safe guy. Either he not hitting it on attraction, or he not hitting it where he in the bed. And a lot of times them two go together. A lot of times with sex, the more attractive she is to you, and I can't say attractive overall because women like different things. You would say some women say, "Oh, well, Jonathan Majors look good." Some women be like he ugly as hell. So women have their own taste in men, right? And some of most of us have pretty much the same taste, but it can vary with men. But they cheat with guys they actually see a future with, that they actually will be with, that they actually like. When guys cheat, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I need to get a rock off, or she got some fat ass, she got titties, or I ain't had none in a minute. She old girl holding out. I just need to get this off. I need to relieve the stress. You can mess with a chick that you don't even like. You ain't even attracted to. It's just about getting it off. Or I might have got sauced up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, most guys who are responsible know if you cheating with a girl that's ugly, it's non-negotiable that the rubber coming on. It ain't pull out, or you dealing with a girl that's living the fast lane, you putting the rubber on. If it's a girl that this just she out there. She trying to go put your pants down, and she trying to, no, hold on. Let me put this rubber on. You know what I'm saying? You even making sure, like when she try to get on top of ride, you ain't even really paying attention to what she doing. You making sure that rubber stay on. You stroking it from backside. You making sure that rubber. You don't know about all costs. When you get to that point, you pulling out. You go. You going all the way to the opposite wall of the bedroom to make point when you about to become a shooter. You feel what I'm saying? And then, for the most part, you ain't disposing of the condom until you leave. You asking her, you got a grocery bag, you putting the condom in the grocery bag, you disposing of it when you get home. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even flushing it down her toilet because she might pump it back up. You know how the game go. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you dealing with chicks that live in the fast lane, you're not attracted to, you gonna strap up. That's just what it is. Women is different because if you go back to what I said, they see attraction there. So when they are attracted to a guy, like I said, to go back to it being primal. When they're attracted to a guy, they want to procreate. When they have sex, they see a future. They see a lot of times, if they in their right mind, they see a good guy to procreate with. That's just what it is. They see a guy to procreate with. So how many times you deal with a woman, she said put the rubber on? Come on, they trying to pull it off like Gemini who said. Or they looking at you crazy like you putting the rubber on. They looking at you like you crazy. Tell me I'm lying. Because they really like you and see a future no matter what your situation is. Once you make that determining factor that she busting it open for you, and you activate that box, it's a wrap. Chuck ain't say raw dog to marry too. That's different though. Even though I don't advocate that, I understand. But that's different. She got skin in the game. She got skin in the game, bro. So if she have a baby, that's basically like having sex with a woman who can't have a baby. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So once you skeet up on her, okay, what's she gonna do? She gonna just put the baby on the husband? No, she gonna take precautions to take a plan B, or she gonna take precautions to abort mission. You feel what I'm saying? So that's different though when you dealing with a married woman because, yeah, she could say, well, I want Chuck baby and I'm leaving him, and and if they ain't got a prenup, the court's gonna bag her, and then you got to deal with her. That's good luck to you. But now the chances of that happening is slim to none. And that's one thing I will say, no matter across the ethnic board, I respect the relationship and I respect the marriage. I don't go looking for women that got boyfriends or that's in marriages. I'm good on that. I don't need that karma. I just respect them. I just because I want to see us get back to tradition where people are happy and people are faithful and all that. Even though I know it won't happen, but it take one at a time. I don't go out there and seek to mess with other dudes, women. I just think it's kind of corny. Now, if she slide, yeah, I heard. If she slide, shout out to Big Soldier, pause. If she slide and we talking and she don't say nothing, and we mess around and I find out, like, I'm good on that. I find out she, I wouldn't pay for shit. I wouldn't pay for no abortion. That's her problem. She got to go home to her husband. You got to understand that too, Chuck. He gonna send her to the upper room. A lot of these dudes they marry, they be the nice provider guy. But when they get mad, think about it this way. Y'all ever seen Dodgeball with Vince Vaughn and that one dude from the Office, from Office Space? What was it? The movie, the Office Space. What was it called? I'm just watching it. And he finally got real mad. And he turned into a dog ass dodgeball player because he got to that breaking point. A lot of them nice guys get to that breaking point, and they will send that girl to the upper room, bro. It ain't the violent guys, believe it or not. It ain't the guys that's yelling and screaming and got an anger problem. It's the real nice, because they don't marry them type of guys. They don't marry Glocktavius, unemotional, and they don't do that to Chad and them for real. Because they know Glocktavius, Chad, and DeAndre find out, they gonna send them to the upper room. It's the nice guy they think, well, nah, that's just gonna take it, bend over and take it, pause. I wouldn't spend no money on no abortion. You go figure that out with your husband. You know? But that's one thing when you dealing with a married woman that's moving like that, I can never. I'm good. I don't want that karma, and I don't want to have to send nobody to the upper room over a piece of punani. It's too many out here, single, lonely women out here, bro, for me to do that. And I understand, I had a homeboy that do it too. You probably listening, and that make you, not believe in marriages and not believe in women. But we all old, most of us old enough to know they ain't shit, you know. But back to what Ray J was saying, right? It don't matter if you cheat or don't cheat. A woman gonna do what she gonna do. So women don't cheat better. It's just that men are busy. So when you busy as a man, especially if you a cheater, or and take that out of it, or you a father, you a productive son, you a productive brother, you a productive citizen. Okay, you might have a dog, you might be into animals, you might have a breeding hustle on the side, you might DoorDash on the side, right? You might cut hair on the side. You got children you got to take care of. You know what I'm saying? You might be into keeping your fitness up. You might have season tickets to, this, that, and the third. Your kids might have high school games, and then you have to be a productive, significant other. Do you really have time to really pay attention to micromanage your woman? You don't. You got to train her and give her instructions on what she needs to do. So no matter, I was talking to my homeboy yesterday. Yesterday we was in the sauna. We went to high school together. He was like, well, most of the girls I worked with, I was a bad guy, and all they did was cheat. All they did was go home and come to work. There's no way they was cheating on me. I looked at him like, bruh, you do understand, bro. All it takes is a second. All it takes is I'm going to the grocery store, and they could be going to his house, and it just take a minute to get their rocks off for 30 minutes, and you thinking it's good. But most guys are in that mind frame, like, oh, she wasn't going for a night. Most women cheat. They ain't staying out all night. Some of them do because they don't respect you. So for Ray J to turn around and be like, be faithful, your girl will be faithful, that's crazy. That's insane. It don't work that way. That's insane. And you can't hound them. That's insane. Well, women are new men. They have all the power now. They don't have no power. The only reason the power that women got is because men gave it to them. And I hate to agree with Tommy Sadi Moyor, but he say some real stuff. He's a legend on YouTube. He just one of them dudes who never made the adjustment. And I'm gonna speak on Kevin Samuels before I'm about to end this. I'm gonna say something about Kev. All right, I'm gonna say something about Kev, Angry Man, and them dudes, japping them. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna try to remember, right? But yeah, they not the you know the only reason they got any rights, any power, they got the right to go to work, they got the right to vote is because men help fight for their rights. The very men that they destroying, when men help fight for their oppression, right? Just like somebody white had to pass a bill for the end to free the slaves, to free us. Somebody, you know, white had to help us fight, had to get civil rights and desegregation and all that. And that's why they really don't want brothers and sisters to come up like that because, and I understand. I ain't saying I agree with it, but I understand. Anytime anytime the oppressed becomes empowered, they abuse the power. They overly abuse the power. Look how a lot of men in the West fought for women to have rights, to be in the workplace. That couldn't happen without men fighting for the right. And what did women turn around and do? Stab men in the back. Because they are haters. They hate men because they're not men. Because they're physically in their mind inferior. They don't never look at their advantages. They never look at their advantages. Like they say, well, why can men sleep around and not be called hoes? Because y'all put emphasis, y'all like guys who sleep with a lot of women, who got a lot of women, who got a lot of kids. That's what y'all attracted to naturally. That's what y'all want. Men on the other side of the spectrum, they like women with low body counts that guys haven't had a lot of access to. Okay? They never look at their advantages. A woman can turn around and be with a woman on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and by Saturday, she could be getting married to a guy, be back with men, and nobody bats an eye. Meanwhile, a man be with another man on Monday, and on Saturday, he try to say, I'm delivered, and with a girl on Saturday. No. You're gay for life. You know, that's just what it is. That a woman can cry in court and ask for remorse for sending her husband to the upper room, and they'll be like, okay, we'll give you 10 years and you get probation after 7 years. The same guy sit there and cry in the courtroom in the same scenario, he going to jail for life. We've seen in the judicial system where they have leniency on women. That's just what it is. We see a woman can be a dope fiend and they still would award the kids to child protective services and put them in the system before they give it to the father. Or they'll let the kids stay with the dope fiend mama. And there's reasons for that, but I don't want to talk about that. Check out that brother Mr. Palmer channel. He speak on that. Mr. Palmer, he speak on that. So they never look at their advantages. You know, they never look at their advantages. A woman can be sitting on I remember, and I told this story before, I'm at Myers right on Grand River in Redford and shit, where Redford High School used to be at, right off by Redford, Michigan and shit. I used to live over there. And I'm at Myers and I'm sitting in my car. I'm about to get out or whatever and go grab something. And this young girl, she had to be about 15, 16. She walks up to me and was like, sir, I don't have any money for the bus. She was a black girl. And I'm like, here, I gave her some bread. And had it been a young guy, I probably a teenager, that's because I remember in them days where, your bus car started working at the 9. But yeah, you weren't likely to help a woman out. I remember I was at the gas station and this girl, like I guess she had to be a prostitute. I'm in the car with my ex and shit. And she's like, I really need a ride up the street. My girl's like, okay, I feel sorry for you. And we gave her a ride up the street. I remember a girl, tire was messed up. And I was with my ex. I was like, you mind if I help her? Oh, you go ahead. Woman's tears and a woman's sorrow is always going to get a bailout. Most women that ask for money, they get the money from somebody. But if they got a boyfriend, most people don't lend that money. So when you start looking at their advantages and their tears and their lies, and also their advantages as with age. The advantages with age. You'll be like, what you mean by the advantages with age, CJ? When they young, the younger they are, legally, and illegally for a lot of people in the past, which I won't say their names and celebrities. When they're younger, that's when that's when they can get anything. They can get yachts, they can get married, they can marry. A lot of them can marry billionaires. A lot of them can procreate at a higher level, at a rapid rate. The box is wetter, the nectar in the goddamn fruit is sweeter. But as they get older, they lose value. Now you ask yourself, why is it that? It's because men put value on younger women. Most men, right? But as we get older, we get more established, we get more experience, more repetition in sex. Our money get better usually. If you keep your health up, even if you don't keep your health up. Women put emphasis on older guys because they want a daddy in a certain way. So that's just the way it is. It's not because it's something that men control. It's because what women put emphasis on. Let's keep it real. Women are now saying it's okay to be in a situationship. Cool. If you won't ask me to be in a relationship, I won't say nothing about it. I'm just cool with our, our unagreed arrangement, and that's fine. I done told girls like, no, I just like this, like that. Okay. They don't get mad. They happy with the situation. And that's cool. Right? But, they got to understand they have access to sex. But what a lot of these brothers don't know is that right around this hour is where guys make bad decisions, especially off alcohol high. This is where a lot of your bad decisions happen sexually. Right? It could be with a bad chick, it could be with an ugly fat chick, it could be with a nice looking chick, right? Somebody average. This is when, especially younger guys get out of control. They can't control their loins right now. And this is where you really got to practice your discipline. And women are the same way. When the box is activated and the guy activated the box, or they got it made up their mind, I've been on a drought too long, I need some. They turn more horny than guys do. And before I'm gonna speak on Kevin that shit in a second, cause I'm about to end it. One of the ways you could tell a woman really can't control herself is, and Alan Roger Curry, rest in power to him. I heard him say this, and I had to realize in my past, I had to remember that women do that. Is when they start like moving their legs, they'll cross them, they'll open them. You could touch a woman and she'll go, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Or she might just go, ooh, you might do something to make her woo. That's how you know the box is activated. See, a lot of dudes don't know when to talk sexual or when to close the deal because most women is gonna make you initiate the sex. Now, have I had women that initiated it? Yes, but the women that tend to initiate the sex tend to be the older women, and I'm about to let you in on the secret on that in a second. Hands between the legs. They try not to do that so much. It might be hips, thighs. You know what I'm saying? And another way to know, like, a woman like ready to sleep with you, if she just touch you, or she like you, she just touch you, whatever. I gotta move when I go out with women. Like, they might sit across the table or with me. We might be getting some drinks or whatever. And if I'm feeling her or whatever, I'll be like, well, come on, sit over here. But first I'll be like, let me see your hands. Let me feel your energy. Then I tell them, come sit over here. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I do. But most of the women that initiate sex, in my experience, for real, are older women. And I'm going to let you know a secret about older women before I get to Kev or whatever. Older women's sex drives is very, very high. Like, when I say older, like middle, like 35, 40, 45. Like, yeah, I don't know, but I don't really, But other than that, they sex drives are really high. And this is something that these other guys will tell you, like, they'll be like, what you gonna do with older women? Just practice, and that might just be what you do, right? But most older women sex drives is high. So you be thinking with the younger women that, they sex drives is high. Absolutely not. Most of the women that got motion in bed, that's gonna do all that acrobatic and freaky stuff and get the cups and the toys and, spin a Rooney and all that stuff. I remember my boy said he had a chick that spent on this shit. You know what I'm saying? She was younger though, but he said that shit was crazy, right? And she ended up bashing his baby mama upside with a bat and knocking her head open wide. But hey, another story for another day, right? But I wasn't there for that. I came in late. those the ones that want to go back to back to back to back. Most of these young girls, they ain't even in shape. They diet messed up. They ain't really like, a good session and they out of there for the night. You know what I'm saying? They land there, whatever. But most of them older women, they want to do it 3-4 times a night. Real talk. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, I know she was like, he got me tripped. This was in high school. She was tripping, right? And she spit on this shit. He was like, that shit felt. But she ought. I mean, not say his business, but I'd be quiet about that. It was a big old fight. But most of the women of that age, they start to hit their sexual horniness, peak horniness. They start to hit they. And one thing about older women too, they tend to be able to take care of themselves. You hear them older women say, "Y'all young girls smell like pee." So it's kind of some advantages to it, but it's just cut to the chase with them. They just cut to the chase. If you make an older woman wait, she gonna be mad, and she gonna force you. And what they do is and me, I don't rush it no more. Like I don't feel the need to rush having sex. I'm trying to really control myself at this point in the hour. Just when you get them calls and texts, but I really don't. I'm really to the point where I'm starting to really feel like I got full control over my sexual desire, and that's what I've been working on. That sexual discipline, but um, and not just jumping up when a girl wants some or like I'll be chilling, but yeah, this is like they have to get you over to the crib. Like I'm gonna cook for you, and when they invite you over to the crib to their space, and most women feel more comfortable going to their space. The only one thing I say about that, and I speak on this on the Patreon, is that when you go to a woman house, you can't really spend the night. Like okay, if you there 2-3 in the morning, y'all leave the club, cool. All right, you can lay down, but you ain't gonna be. You don't go into that deep sleep where you wake up and it's a wrap. Even at a hotel room, you know what I'm saying? You think nobody can find you. Like, nah, bro. Like, you cool at your crib for the most part because your crib, you got a strap and all that. Buddy show up, but you don't know whatever. But if you chilling with a girl at her crib, you don't know what type of exes she got or whatever. So I never really sleep comfortable or never really sleep at a girl crib unless we get there 2-3 in the morning. And I had a chick that say like a little hour outside, you were the city, whatever. So I had to stay for 2-3 in the morning. But as soon as the sun rays up, I'm out. It's a real light nap. I'm out. But yeah, their sex drive is bananas, bro. Their sex drive is bananas, bro. And then also the benefit of the older women because they never talk about this in the manosphere. They say, the thing about it is they're not sexual. Their reproductive systems usually are not as potent. So it's harder for them to get pregnant unless they going through that situation already. It's harder for them to get pregnant. But let me speak on if y'all thumbs up heart the video for you. But let me speak on one thing I want to say about Kevin Samuels, right? So it's a lot of people like it was a lot of dudes like really kind of jealous of Kevin Samuels, and I go ahead and say it. Angry Man was one of them niggas that was jealous of Kevin Samuels, and I understand like when somebody help you out and they blow up bigger than you did, and now he's starting to get his flowers and blow up a little bit more. Um, because Kevin Samuels just used to do fashion and stuff like that, and a lot of them brothers helped Kevin Samuels kind of figure this YouTube shit out to get in kind of in the manosphere. He inspired, but the difference between I want to say this, and this is for a lot of dudes who inspiring to start a channel, who gonna start a channel. The difference between the reason why Kevin Samuels blew up is because, and a lot of them dudes like Angry Man, Jap, and them brothers, and shout out to O'Shea. O'Shea Duke Jackson, he do a good job. I don't agree with the tricking and shit, but I respect I don't agree with everything that people do or say on their channel, but I respect the transparency, right? And he seemed to be a good brother. He was one of the guys that was credited with starting the Manosphere real quick. So one thing I will say is that Kevin Samuels and O'Shea Duke Jackson, because O'Shea used to be hardcore, so he talked about making the adjustment. They professionalized their channel, right? Before they got their channels popped like the rest of them dudes and had to start over, they figured out they had to be professional. They had to play within the guidelines. And that's why I don't YouTube beef. I don't go back and forth with dudes because then when I beef with you, I'm gonna make you say uncle, and then you gonna wanna, you gonna wanna take it too far. You gonna do some wild stuff. So I just won't entertain YouTube beef. That's why a lot of them brothers lost their channel because they was beefing with women And when women can't take it, they gonna take action against you. So I'm not going back and forth with no man, no woman, no none of that. But Kevin Samuels remained professional. He stayed within the parameters. He remained clean and professional. And a lot of them other dudes, they too emotional. They yell, they scream, they cuss. And I think now with their second life and they third or fourth channels or second channels, now they learning to have to play again within the parameters, and that's why Tommy Sotomayor didn't. He never professionalized his message. And when you live that hardcore lifestyle on YouTube, when you live that hardcore lifestyle on YouTube, like, okay, that's cool if you're gonna talk cash money stuff and beef with people. You got to find other outlets, and you got to start a website. You got to find other ways to monetize your content. And Kevin Samuels was probably going to get a real professional opportunities outside of this. Because what Charleston White did is an anomaly. What he did is an anomaly, but he's funny. So he went to comedy, so it worked out for him, but he's one in a million. Kevin Samuels put a suit on. He remained professional. He used women. He was really trying to help women more than dudes. He was trying to help black women. But his thing was, he remained professional. He had a plan. He had his plan out. He remained professional. Never got out of character. They tried to take his channel. They tried to hate on him. They tried to do a petition. But guess what? If they really wanted to stop Kevin Samuels, women should just stop coming on his show. Right? But they couldn't. The women are addicted to, and I'm going to say this, Thomas Sotomayor, I don't like the guy, but I understand the message. He said women are addicted to dick and danger. And I say triple D, dick, danger, and drama. They addicted to dick, danger, and drama. And Kevin Samuels bought the drama. They can't live without the drama. So his main consumers complained about and tried to get him popped off YouTube, but wouldn't stop calling and watching the show. And a lot of his competitors, like Kendra Dree, tried to pop him off of YouTube, try and copy the show when he died. But the one thing that she can't do that he can do, he was professional. He was professional and played within the guidelines, and that's why him and O'Shea Duke Jackson continue to rise, even past the grave. They continue to rise, and them other dudes just too hardcore. Angry Man figured it out. If he stopped yelling and screaming so much and getting emotional, and understand he angry man, stop getting angry all the time, he'll be alright. Kevin Samuel was a commercial. He was a commercial. He was commercial. He was monetizable, if that's a word. But let's get some comments. He said, which is why I think women don't have the type. If you embody the testosterone in a way of being a man, they gonna want you. Yeah, they have. Yeah, some of them have a type when you talk about size and whatever. But a lot of women don't know they type until they know they type. They know they type, but sometimes it's outliers. If you catch what I'm saying. So all facts, they act like Chuck say all facts, act like they don't want to f with you, but as soon as you post another chick, they act like it's a problem. I remember Angry Man, y'all go subscribe to him, man. I messed with him. I just had to say that. I remember he said in high school when he got with a Latino chick that a lot of black women that he didn't even know liked him started looking at him sideways, and that's how you figure out if women like you in school. But it depends on the school you go to. True, I think it's nameless. I think it's natural for a man to have his own. It's not being a leech or a part of anyone else's thing, especially if they got a woman. And let me say this: a lot of women say, I seen this woman post in this group on Facebook. This is a real popular freaky ass group. I don't even know how I got in there, but she said, how it sounds stupid to be. I'm paraphrasing. I gotta pay my own bills and then invite a man over. Look here, man. I always say this, man. When you looking for a woman, you looking for femininity, submission, respect, fitness, and being an adult. When you hear people say being an adult, that's my stuff. Being an adult is being able to pay your bills, take care of your stuff, pay your car note without help. Let me say this: if a woman is you actually feeling a woman and she on her shit, you naturally gonna want to help her and spend money on her. You naturally gonna say, here goes some money, get your hair done. Oh, let me go clean your car out. Oh, you need an oil change. Let me change your oil, get your oil changed. Oh, your feet hurting at work. Let me go buy you these shoes. You naturally want to do that as a man. But I say this: you want to do it too early. He said it's funny that you say that because I be thinking women low key want some drama. So if a dude mess with another chick, OFC, they not gonna like it, but they like the drama because yep, it's intro. Yeah, they like drama, and when they can't get drama at home, they turn on all these drama-filled reality shows. I peeped that in my last relationship. Like drama is like a drug. Dick, danger, and drama. I added the drama for Tommy. He can claim that too. I don't care. Could be because it's referencing you saying just like your daddy. Yeah, you talking about when I talk about how women have an issue, and I think that they, give up or get rid of more black men babies to adoption. Black women have choices now. They smartened up. Well, they don't have choices. They don't have choices. Hispanic guys don't want black women. If you do want black women, y'all want the top 5 to 10% of black women. They don't have choices. They go to the motherland and then Ngannou and Shaka and they putting hands and foots on them. They don't have choices. And then they talking about they want to be with Asian men. They too big for Asian men. Most black women in America are too, and in the continent, they're too big. And when you talking about big, they're too masculine for other groups of men around the world. Other groups of men around the world not that big, bro. Unless you start talking about Samoans and them, they not that big of people, bro. So they most of them guys that's Asian, Indian, and all them type of dudes, man, Russian. Maybe the Russians could be big enough, but you know how they go in Russia. Black women are just too big for them. You know what I'm saying? They are too big for them, bro. They like women, if they like big women, it's gonna be like women of Denmark and Sweden and stuff. Well, I forget what it's called. Iceland, one of them where they got a real beautiful women. But, and they go Dutch with their women too. Oh, the Dutch, my bad. It's the Dutch women. That's where Dutch going from. When Dutch people date, that's where Dutch come from. The man and woman both got skin in the game when they date. Shout out to the Legion of Men. That's another great channel I learned that from. He live over somewhere over there. He said because they never take accountable. They never hold each other accountable. They never accountable. He said you just need to up your game. You can up your game all you want to. This happening to the top. This happened to players. This happened to players, bro. It's not like the Hispanic community, bro. Like when I notice the Hispanic community, a lot of y'all brothers, y'all be fat and out of shape, or y'all hardworking, blue collar, rough and rugged dudes. Y'all got beautiful women, feminine women. You know, Tyrese, what's going on? He said I ain't gonna lie, right now. Okay, I read that one. He said y'all heard about him. He said I'm dropping the bag on the. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't pay shit. She married. You ain't got no skin in the game, playboy. She got to figure that out. He said I think the type that would tell her husband it was his and he an old dude. Yup, them old dudes, bro, like that, bro. Them women don't respect them. I told y'all when women get married, especially when you see them marry an older type of guy, it's for the financial security. Women usually marry who they can. They have the access to sex. We have the access to marriage. Shout out to Ty. But they typically marry the provider safe guy. And if you go on TikTok, they'll tell you it. They marry the provider, the safe guy. All chicks cheat. He said I met a super fine Latina in her 50s who was married and she was coming on to me. It was so hard not to entertain it because she was like Selma Heck. Oh yeah, she did an episode in Black Mirror too. Fine. I think it was the first episode I seen, but I think it was the latest season. But I couldn't, man. Shit, you didn't want that karma. That's just me, bro. That's just me. A lot of that karma could turn into old boy sending you to the upper room and you catching the case. He said he's speaking fair. I know married girls that would act all innocent. Meantime, every time she leave the state for work, she on Tinder getting her wig split. And yep. If your girl travel for work, man. If your woman travel a lot, man, charge it to the game. That's what I say. Don't wife a woman that travel a lot. I say don't even sleep with a woman that travel a lot. You see a woman that's moving around a lot, at least strap up. I'm telling y'all, bro. Just think about dudes that been with women. Think about how many times a woman said put a condom on. I remember I had a dude, bro, I used to work with, dog. He was married. I used to be a fire marshal. And he used to, it wasn't even him. It was another dude. He was a fire marshal too I used to work with. He said he used to pay women an extra 20 to come to the fire hall and raw dog girls. I said, if you only paying an extra 20, it's like 2013. How many other guys paying an extra 20, bro? I screenshotted it and her husband turned on, screenshotted it and the husband turned on me. I say this, bro. If I got a homie Or I got a girl that's a friend and her husband or boyfriend cheat. I mind my business. Yeah, I mind my business. I stay up out of that. Under my stepdaughter asked me, she was like, if you seen Ryan cheating on your mama, you wouldn't tell your mama? Nope, mind my business. Her husband, I said, nope, mind my business. I remember mama told the story that she was messing with a dude, and my uncle, he nigga probably watching, and my grandmother knew he was cheating on my mama. Ain't nobody tell her nothing. My mama crazy though, and ain't nobody tell her nothing. I stay out of that, bro. I promise you, I do. I stay out of it, dog. Cause people blame, you get in the middle of something and people blame you. I'll stay out of that. I'll stay out of people's business. You know, even if it was my own brother, I stay out of it, bro. The older women got that wet with that bush. Oh, they gotta shade that for your boy for the most part, most of the time. He said, from my experience, older women will let you know beyond a shadow of doubt that they want you. Yeah, they older, they ain't got time to waste. That's why you see older men trick. You ever talk to older men about why they trick? They say, I ain't got time to waste. I just get past the small talk. Eric, yeah, you right about that, CJ, but I will say this, older women is the freakiest, is within 35 to 55 range. I agree. I remember I had this older chick, and she started pulling her toys and shit. I ain't in that shit. Girl, let's use a toy. I was like, I ain't in that shit. Boy, she turned me out on toys, boy. She got crazy off the toys shit. I'm like, shit, this shit ain't bad. I got a box. Every girl I know, yeah, I got a rose down there, and I got like y'all. These women is freaky, bro. They got a box full of toys. Like dog, like real talk. They pull it out. Let's use this and this, that, and third. Get the cuffs. You like what? They more into porn than guys are probably. I can't really confirm that. He said naps only an hour after that hit the road. I had an older woman, 12 years older my age, I think he said. At the time, she invited me over to her house, cooked me breakfast, and after breakfast, you know what came. That's how they do, cook, and then you know what it is. He said, yeah, you right about that, because I was watching Anton the other night. Shout out to Anton Daniels. He was going off on Minister Jap and Red Supreme about the fleece job. Minister Jap is hilarious, bro. Like, he kind of mad. Like I will agree. I didn't watch the Fleece Johnson interview. I don't have no skin in the game. But I don't know who Red Supreme is. But I agree with Minister Jap. That's kind of weird that you wanted to interview a dude that took booty in prison. The booty warriors who Fleece Johnson is, y'all. The one from the Boondocks. That's a real character. But he explained, like, why he interviewed Fleece Johnson, and that's because, he was talking about him and his wife used to watch the documentary stuff. But no, I'm not trying to interview no sexual offender, nobody that took no booty. That's just me. I ain't saying that he wrong for that. But then apparently in that interview, like I said, I didn't watch it. Apparently in that interview, old boy Fleece Johnson hit on Anton Daniels in that interview. And that's what Jap was talking about. Like he right, but Jap been going at Anton Daniels for a minute. But another problem is this too, and I ain't saying this because I like more than one than the other. Because Anton from Detroit, and I fuck with Jap. Shout out to Chicago, but I ain't saying I like one more than the other per se. It come a time where I just listen to a lot of Anton Daniels content. It come a time where I listen to a bunch of Jap content. It come a time where I like to listen to It Is What It Is. It come a time where I prefer to listen to First Take, or I go listen to Undisputed with Paul Pierce, or I go listen to All the Smoke. Like sometimes you just get tired of hearing the voice, and you just cycle off stuff. But I will say this though, a lot of them dudes, like I said before about Kevin Samuels coming up and blowing up, they helped groom Kevin Samuels in that Manosphere space because he used to do like stylist type of stuff. And I watch a couple stylist channels and stuff. And Anton Daniels came up fast. Like he been around for a long time, but his channel shot up there. His channel shot up fast. And a lot of them dudes, they ain't never gonna get that opportunity to shoot up the way Anton shot up and how fast Anton shot up. Anton really figured out, his niche in YouTube. But a lot of them dudes, the algorithm, like me, they ain't gonna never let me get that way. So, and if you do get that way, you got to change up your approach. You got to put money in your channel. You got to change your predictions. And I feel like my biggest thing, if I had a YouTube coach, is I got to get out here and start doing these interviews. But it's just that I really don't, people don't want to respect your time. I don't like to ask niggas for shit, beg for nothing. But that's just what I got to do. And once I do the interviews, I got the stuff for the production. I just ain't never used it. I gotta upgrade my PC. I'm gonna start editing and all that stuff. So I got a plan. So I know what I need to do to go to the next level. But a lot of them just got mad because Anton. A lot of them dudes shot up and felt like it should have been them. But it ain't your time. What they say on Bad Boys 4, what he tell Martin Lawrence character? He said it ain't your time to die. Simon speaking fat. Why did you agree? Sotomayor just my thing with him. I didn't like what he said about Crawford Mama. Like then you talk about niggas mamas, and then you go hard on women. But when Tariq Nasheed stepped to you, you ain't had nothing to say with him. Keep that same energy on Tariq Nasheed. Just don't go hard about black women, right? And I have my gripes about all women and black women, but then you still sleeping with black women. That's my issue. Tommy Sawyer Moore could have went down as the GOAT, but his message is just like Fresh and Fit could have went down as the GOAT podcast. You know, they just never made the adjustment. They just, these dudes get a little bit of power and notoriety and think they bigger than the platform, and then the platform show ain't nobody bigger than the platform, demonetize these guys and take their power away, and now they on their knuckles. You, like I just said about, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels and Anton Daniels came with a professional approach. Tommy Sotomayor never made the adjustment. O'Shea Jackson made the adjustment. Alan Roger Curry, made the adjustment. Angry Man started to make the adjustment. A lot of them dudes like Tommy Sotomayor, how you gonna dog out black women, but you still humping on them? You still desiring them, and they kept exposing them left and right. That's like Martin Luther King, trying to get black people behind him, but then he taking pictures and breaking bread with the Klan. Don't work that way. That's no my problem with him. He said you definitely got to check out Red Supreme. I'm gonna check him out right now. Hey, I didn't even expect this to go this long. Appreciate y'all, but I had to get that off my chest. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Peace.